asked to put marbles in his mouth. He did as he was told and stuffed 7 of them, and they didn't stop there. They brought him a book and told him to read it. He didn't look like an English prince. He looked like a clown. The old man on the side was still chattering away. By now the prince was red in the face, and his wife took advantage of the foggy day. To a depressed street, in a cramped lift, into a modest room. This is what she found for her husband, the next man to torment him. Old Law, what was the reason for him to lose his royal face? To be manipulated. Just look at his speech. In front of many ambassadors. In front of all the people. He couldn't say a word from his script. To the royal family. Disgraced the country. That's right, he had a severe stammer, but his noble status, and he had to attend all kinds of events. Without his princely garb, he was the laughing stock of others. For so many years, the royal doctors were at their wits' end. What can this man of no reputation, what could he change? And Old Law wasn't even a doctor. He's just an actor who's fallen on hard times. Of course, the princess didn't know. She made her identity known, and asked Lao Law to come to the house for a consultation, but he continued to insist to have the prince come to his place for medical attention. A dead horse is a living horse. For the first time, the prince walked into such a humble place. What he didn't expect was the old man in front of him. He had the audacity to call him by his first name. Bodhi, don't call me that, that's what I call him. I have to say, he's got a lot of nerve. And you know it. What are you doing here? Because I'm a fucking stutterer. In the face of an angry prince, he didn't change his face. Instead, he asked about the prince's childhood. In order to cure his stammer, the prince chose to keep his mouth shut, but the old man was like a gourmand, prying into the secrets of the royal family. When the prince was about to lose his temper, Lo said he'd bet that the prince could read a passage fluently right now. Then he brought a book and handed it to the prince. Thought he was somehow brilliant, no different from any other doctor. The prince stumbled over a few words. He finally couldn't take it anymore. He put the book down and wanted to leave, but Lao Law took him to the gramophone again. The prince was given headphones. The music was still playing loudly. He couldn't hear his own voice at all. After the prince read a few lines, he finally couldn't stand it anymore. He felt that he was being played by Lao Law as a monkey. Angry, he slammed down his headphones and left. Old Law did not force him to stay. Instead, he gave him the vinyl recording he had just made. That day, the prince stumbled. The king gave him a severe reprimand. Distraught, he took out the vinyl given to him by Old Law, but to his surprise, the sound that came from it was powerful. It was so smooth, he couldn't believe it was him. His wife was stunned and frozen in place. They saw a glimmer of hope, so they went back to Lao Law, and Lao Law's treatment became more and more exaggerated.